Okay, grade 12s, let's look at question 10.2, the September paper. That is the last question. The question reads, in the diagram, PQ is a tangent. So PQ is a tangent, that's something key there. Obviously, you must know that if you are having a tangent is a theorem that it is connecting with, that is the tan chord. So we are having a chord here, which is making the angle Q1. So obviously Q1 using tan chord would be equal to angle R2. Okay? The question goes on to say R is a point on the circle and S is a point outside the circle. Alright? RS and RP cut the circle at T and M respectively. And then SM cuts the circle at K, and then KT is parallel to PS. That's another key. KT is parallel to PS. So that's will lead us to find. That is, we have corresponding angles, we have interior angles, we have alternate angles. So you must already notice that S1 is equal to K1. You must also notice that T2 is equal to angle S. Also to note that they are co-interior angles, all things like that. So when you are answering the question, those are the pointers on which the path you must follow to answer the question. Alright, so looking at the first question, you are asked to prove that triangle PMQ, triangle PMQ is similar to triangle PQR. Alright? If you are to use different colors, it will be a bit more visible. For your triangles, and then triangle PQR. Now already you can see that these two triangles, they share this angle, and we have already discussed about angle Q1 and angle R2. So once you have two angles that are equal in size, then the job is actually done. So you are required to prove that triangle PMQ is similar to triangle PQR. So we have identified that in triangle PMQ, alright, we have angle P2, which will be equal to angle P2, and because this is a common angle, we have also realized the tan chord theorem, that is angle Q1 is equal to angle R2, which is a tan chord theorem. Alright, the third angle, which is angle M4 and angle Q. Angle M4 is equal to angle Q, and this is the third angle So therefore, triangle PMQ is similar to triangle PQR. And the reason that we have used is angle. And don't leave out this. There is a mark that is always allocated when you prove the angles. Alright, so you will get your 4 marks in just saying this. Now 10.2.2, you are required to show that PQ squared is equal to PR times PR. Now, at times you don't need to think so much, especially when you have proved that you have 2 triangles that are similar. So you can see that for you to have P squared, the line PQ must be in both triangles. So we can see PQ is there, PQ is there. So basically, we have to try this first before we think so much. Well, because the examiner usually asks the questions following a certain path. So let's establish the sides that are in proportion from the similar triangles that we are having here. PM over PQ is equal to MQ over QR, which is equal to PQ over PR. And the reason for this is just sides in proportion. Or you can actually take this as your reason. Triangle PMQ is similar to triangle PQR. If you are risk averse, that is, you don't want to risk any mark here. Alright, then we realize that it is in these sides that are in proportion where we have what we want. In this first ratio, we have PM, we have PQ, that is PM, PQ, and then in this last ratio, that's where we also have another PQ and the PR. So that's what we are taking. Therefore, PM over PQ is equal to PQ over PR. And then cross multiplying, we'll get PQ squared is equal to PM times PR. And that's what was needed just to get these marks. Now 10.2.3, you are asked to prove that angle M1, which is this one, is equal to angle PSR, is equal to angle PSR, which is this big one. So how do we move to this angle? Now, one thing that we need to notice is that we do have a cyclic quadrilateral TKMR, of which this line PR, it's one side of the quadrilateral that is extending or produced to P. So it creates an angle that is outside there, which is an exterior angle. And we know that this angle will be equal to the opposite interior angle. So we can start there because we have already established the relationship between these 2 angles. Alright, so we are saying on 10.2.3, angle M1 is equal to angle T2, and the reason is exterior angle of cyclic 1. And we know that angle T2 is equal to angle S. And the reason is these are corresponding angles, that is corresponding angles. Remember to state the parallel lines, that is PS is parallel to KT. Therefore, our conclusion from this, T2 is equal to these two angles, so we can say therefore angle M1 is equal to angle S. And angle S, it is the angle PSR, which is equal to angle PSR. That is 10.2.3. Now 10.2.4, you are asked to prove or to show that PQ is equal to PS. You are required to prove that PQ is equal to PS. Now we notice that we have talked about PQ squared, which is equal to PR times PM. And if we check the line PQ and the line PS, they do not fall in a triangle that we may try to prove using the angles here. So that would mean, in this case, the examiner is bringing this as a higher order question, whereby they don't give you any clue. It's you who have to think about the way you must have a problem solving skill to get over this question. So the idea is, since these two lines are far from forming a triangle, it means we have to write PS in terms of PR and PM. And the only way to do that, we see that the line which is PM and PR, it is this line. And this is the line that we want PS. And if we check on this, it's just basically talking about the two triangles, PSM and PSR. So if we try to establish the similarity of these triangles, that's when we'll get our PS in terms of PM and PR. So we are saying in triangle PSM and triangle PSR. Now, when you write the triangles that you have identified, the order may not be so necessary, but when you write your answer, the order is very necessary, because the sides must be, the sides in proportion must go together. So what is it that we can identify in these two triangles? The first thing is that the two triangles, they are sharing angle P1. So we are saying angle P1 is equal to angle P1, which is common. We have also proved that angle M1 is the same as angle PSR. So we are saying angle M1 is equal to angle PSR. And this has been proved. So you can write proven. Now, once you are done with two angles, then the remaining angles obviously will be the same. So it's just to write. So in triangle PSM, the remaining angle is angle S1, which will be equal to, in triangle PSR is angle R1. So that will be equal to angle R1, that is third angle of triangle. Don't forget, therefore, triangle, now the order is very important. P, M, S. You can even follow the way you did proof. P, M, S. So in the other triangle, P was common, so that's triangle P, and then from P you now go to S, which is the same angle as M1, that is angle S there. So that's S, and then you finish off at R. And your reason, always remember, angle, angle, angle. Now, it is from this that we can now write the sides that are in proportion. So we notice that, therefore, PM over PS is equal to MS over SR is equal to PS over PR. And what we need is PS. So we are taking this, and that's where we have also PM and PR. So we are saying, therefore, PM over PS is equal to PS over PR. Now it is from this that when we cross multiply, so we are saying, therefore, PS squared is equal to PM times PR. Now, here we have said PQ squared is equal to PR times PM, and here we are saying PS squared is equal to PM times PR. So that means what we are having on the left hand side is the same. So this implies that, allow me to write here, this implies that PQ squared is equal to PS squared. Now if the square of PQ is equal to the square of PS, it automatically implies that PQ is equal to PS. So that is how you were supposed to work on this question. It's not so difficult, it's just to develop the problem solving skill so that you are able to identify these little things which the examiner gives you to show you the way that you should go. And definitely you must be following the angles that the examiner is asking you, because the examiner did not ask you something else which is diverting from what the above questions are they require. I hope this will assist you.